Hi guys, it's Emma. So today I'm filming a bit of an impromptu video. I definitely had no intentions of making this video, but I really, honestly, it's been all that's been on my mind the past few days, and I kind of feel like I just want to talk about it with you guys and like how I feel about it. So today we're going to be talking about the largest college admissions scandal I think ever. I'm sure you guys have all heard about it because it's been in the news, but just in case you haven't, basically celebrities, CEOs, and coaches were among like 50 people charged in a huge cheating scandal where basically parents were bribing and paying big sums of money to get their children into elite colleges such as Stanford, Yale, Georgetown, and USC, or the University of Southern California. And for those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you probably know that USC was my dream school all throughout high school. I worked my butt off to do everything that I could to get into that school. And I want to preface this video by saying I am not doing this to bash any of the people involved. While I do not support what they did, I also don't want to add to all of the backlash that they're already receiving, so I just wanted to make that little disclaimer. But yeah, I just watched another YouTuber's video on this. Her name is Gretchen, and she was like the first YouTuber I saw who addressed this, and at first I was like, ooh, that's kind of iffy of her just because this is such a controversial topic. But at the end of the video, I like really respected her for like making her voice known, and so I kind of just wanted to do the same thing and, like I said, not bash on anyone but kind of just share my thoughts and feelings about it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So basically the people at like the forefront of this case, if you will, are actress Lori Laughlin and her daughter Olivia Jade, who I'm sure many of you guys know is a popular influencer here on YouTube and Instagram. And basically Loughlin and her husband are accused of paying like $500,000 to have both of their daughters pose as rowing recruits to get admission to the University of Southern California. So basically they posed as athletes so they could be recruited on the rowing team and thereby like gain admission to the school. And I guess the part that really doesn't sit well with me is that someone who was an actual rower, or I'm not sure like what the sport is called, crew, whatever, someone who was well qualified and had probably worked like their whole life in this sport was denied admission as a result. And that's what I have a hard time with, especially being someone who applied to USC last year, and it was literally all I wanted in the world. Like when I was having a bad day, I would think like, oh, you know, I still get to hear back from USC, and like, you know, that was just something that really like inspired me, and it was the reason I worked so hard in high school, is because I had that end goal in mind. And so seeing someone get handed that admission who didn't work for it, it's just hard, to be completely honest with you. So just to give you guys an idea of how I prepared to hopefully get into USC for my freshman year, I knew that that was what I wanted to do, and so I stacked up on AP and honors classes. I got an SAT tutor so that I could make sure I knew like the best strategies for taking the test, and I paid for it with my own money to have someone like revise my essays and help me just make them as strong as possible. And so basically I tried to do everything in my own power to give me the best shot of getting into that school. And so to see someone who literally did nothing and had their parents just completely do everything for them, it just makes me disappointed in like the whole system, to be honest. And sources have not yet revealed whether or not Olivia and her sister knew that their parents were doing this, but I have a feeling they did, because I read somewhere that they like photoshopped their faces onto like a rower's body to make it look like they were rowing recruits. And just given what Olivia has said in her videos about like not caring about school, I'm pretty sure that she would know that she didn't get into USC on her own merit if she said she just wants to party and like experience college and doesn't even want to go to class. Like I'm sure you would know that you didn't get into USC because they have like a 13% acceptance rate. And Olivia Jade and her mom are not the only people involved in this case. There were also like children of CEOs who were just paying large sums of money to get their kids into these elite colleges. There were so many people involved, which I think is like the most disheartening part about it, just knowing how many people were in on this. And I guess I'm just a little confused on why the parents paid so much money to get their kids into these schools when they couldn't get in on their own merit. Like what makes you think they're gonna succeed on their own at the school if they couldn't get in? You know what I'm saying? Like I just think it like defeats the purpose. And I'm sure if you're a high school senior, this case has made you extremely frustrated and you don't even know if you should trust the high school or the college admissions process. But I just want to let you guys know that you will end up exactly where you're supposed to be, and you can know that you did it with integrity. And I feel like that's one of the most amazing feelings, to know that you got somewhere on your own merit. You worked for it and you got the result. And I know how disheartening it is to get those rejections. Trust me, I know. I've been through it, but I promise you will end up exactly where you were supposed to be. Like I've said before, I'm so happy to be where I am now. I love my school, but just looking back to last year and how devastated I was, I kid you not guys, I literally cried for like weeks. I thought it was the end of the world. Just looking back at how devastated I was to get rejected from USC, and then knowing someone like Olivia, who already had her career set up for her, got in just for the experience of partying, that's what made me upset. So yeah, those are all of the thoughts I wanted to share on this situation. I'm not bitter about it. I'm just disappointed in the whole situation as a whole. And I really feel for the people who feel that they were cheated by the system, myself included. And if you have yet to apply to college, I just beg that you are honest. I think integrity is so important. And I'm sure for most of us, even if our parents wanted to, they couldn't afford to pay $500,000 to bribe our way into a school. But regardless, I know that cheating takes so many forms, and even if it's not as big as that, people are still doing it. So just be honest, and then know at the end of the day that you got what you worked for, and just be at peace with that. I think that's the most amazing thing, knowing that you earned your way to wherever you are. So just try your best. That's literally all you can do, and at the end of the day, you can be satisfied with yourself, and you can know that your hard work has led you to where you are now. For all of you who are waiting on college decisions, I wish you the best. I promise everything works itself out. And with that, I just want to say thank you guys for listening to my thoughts on this, and comment down below like what your reaction to this case was. I'm really interested in hearing. And yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.